Every 2 boxes you pull out, it's a $250 bill, maybe more.
This one says $349.99.
Retail?
Yeah.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Mania. Storage Wars revolves around the concept of auctioning and reselling the different items. People bid on lockers whose rents are not paid for 3 months. The auctioneers are allowed to look at the content and decide accordingly. Let's talk about some of the exciting discoveries at the show made by Brandi Passante that led her to be a millionaire. Bond Mobile. This was a custom-made Lotus Spirit submarine, which was featured in 1977 James Bond movie, The Spy Who Loved Me. This item was in storage unit in a locker on the Long Island until 1989 when the locker was purchased for just $100. Brandi Passante found the locker and she couldn't believe her eyes as to the merchandise that was found. Experts ranged the price of that car to be about $1 million. The owner kept it as a souvenir and one day sold it to a unique car buyer, Elon Musk, for $700,000. Frank Gutierrez Art Hall. Frank Gutierrez is one of the most talented artists in the world, and his work in the auction is sold for thousands of dollars. Daryl, the risk taker on the show, gambled $3,600,000 with the help of Brandi for a storage unit, which turned into an insane finding. The storage had 100 paintings of the famous artist. The authenticator confirmed all those paintings were 100% original. These were expected to hit millions of dollars because of their worth. Later on, these paintings can be sold to yield a profit of $300K, and the owner only sold a portion of the paintings while he kept some for himself.
Hold on just a minute. $300,000? Bam!
Faceless cash. A storage unit that was purchased on Storage Wars for just $400 in 2011 by Brandi Passante. This storage unit unbelievably contained a huge amount of $24,000 in cash. However, what was most weird and new of the locker was that whoever had previously owned the storage locker, the person destroyed the facts from the middle of the notes. Some were cut or torn from the face of the notes. However, the US Treasury was willing to accept faceless bills only if their serial numbers were intact. Moreover, as it turned out, the bills in the locker had the serial numbers in the place, and these were considered as legal. The gambler maintained a huge amount of money. Although the total cost of the bills was worth more than $1 million, only a portion of the bills had the serial number. Heads up! Barry the enthusiast gambled on this unit, which was recommended by Brandi Passante, and it had an artificial head and a full set of teeth. The head was a handcrafted wooden sculpture made by Mike Meadow. The sculpture was one of the valuable things in the locker by consulting an investigator. Barry has to know that the head had a worth of $6,000. This was one of the best findings by Barry, as the unit he purchased was for $1,525, but the item in it was exponentially the value of the unit. Barry, being a lover of ancient things, could not let this piece go away from his hands, so he decided to keep it.
Thinking since the material that it's made out was around the Depression time, so I'm thinking late 20s, early 30s. Okay. It's called Bakelite.
Voodoo stuff. This time, storage bidder Brandi Passante's luck did not work. She purchased the locker unit for $900, and the things she encountered in the locker were very exceptional and horrific. She was expecting items worth $1 million, but when she opened the locker and found a tool trunk with roughly $100 worth of tools. Moreover, a heater worth $80 was with it. The most enjoyable part was when she found a box full of voodoo stuff used for magic. The box was full of spooky things like a deer skull, human hair, chicken bones, statues, and various items made from animal parts. At last, the locker turned out to be of no use for Brandi.
This feels like some bad juju voodoo. I told you.
Treasure. This Dan and Laura invested a sum of $1,000 in a storage locker with the help of Brandi. Later on, they discovered it was the famous Spanish gold. This treasure belonged from between the 16th century and 19th century, and that makes it quite worthy and unique. The unit containing the pirate treasure was sold in an auction from Contra Costa in Costa. The 200-year-old pirate treasure was worth between $500,000 to $1 million, and it made the couple the most fortunate one there, and this remains unbelievable. Elvis Presley newspaper. In a 2010 episode, the most creative bidder of the show, Dave Hester, gambled $750 on a storage unit with the recommendation of Brandi Passante, who did the honor of opening the locker. The unit had a bundle of 25 newspapers with the news when Elvis Presley died on the date August 19th, 1977. Elvis Presley was a king, and the newspapers were in the best condition. The newspaper had a worth of $90,000 each. Dave did not know what gem he was about to buy. This undoubtedly was an insane finding on the show. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.